Nothing makes me more happy than seeing an independent queen, a queen that can hold their own, a queen that can stand on their own, not wanting anyone else, a queen that will stand and raise a family should need be. I'm not saying that we should be raising our families alone, but should that be the case, should you lose your husband, should your husband um, leave you, should your husband lose his job, are you able to carry the family financially, emotionally, and all the things? I love a queen that is very strong and very independent. And sometimes the society would warn us against being strong and independent because we have to tone ourselves down to cater to men, to cater to principalities. But I would strongly suggest that you do not tone yourself down. Work hard, empower yourself. Why do I think women need to be empowered? I'll give you a quick example. I grew up in a family of five children. I was the third in five children, and my mother wasn't working and she didn't have any formal education. I think her last education was up to standard five, if I'm not mistaken, because she had fallen in love with a man in, I think, just before high school. And that was her sole purpose in life, raising these children with this man and building a life around that. So now, when the marriage ended, I don't know, with some men, when they break up with the mothers of their children, they normally also break up with the children as well, because that's where we found ourselves as children, that our father didn't want to have anything to do with us because he had broken up with my mother. Now, how are we then supposed to survive? Because he's the only person that was working. That's where I saw that women actually need to be empowered, whether you're in a relationship or you're married or not, whether your husband is making a lot of money. I would say if your husband is making a lot of money and he doesn't want you to work, you need to be firm with him and you need a contract that's going to say that this is the amount of money that I am going to be receiving. If you have your husband's got a company, I'm going to be receiving from this company for this time period, for this time period, maybe up until retirement, because you if you were working, you would be working until retirement. You would work out the logistics of how and when. Maybe it will change after retirement, but you must have money that is being paid into your own account that belongs to you. That is a form of a salary that you can do what you like with that money. We are women, we like things, we like bags, we like shoes, we like to do our hair, our nails. You can't depend on someone even for the basic thing. Imagine now you wanted to cook a meal and you don't have all the ingredients in the house. Now you have to wait for your husband to get home or to send you money in order for you to be able to cook that meal. That is not independence. That is like, it's sort of like prison. Also, if you are in that type of situation, have a salary. It must be an agreement. Secondly, if somebody doesn't want to agree to that, you must question that, because why don't you want me to have my own money? Yes, I'll be here and being the home executive, but why don't you want me? That should be a red flag. Thirdly, if you are with your husband and your husband doesn't want you to work, ask yourself these questions. Can he provide the life that I would provide for myself if I was working? Is the money that he is getting paid somewhere enough for us to live a comfortable life? Because I find that sometimes a man would say, I don't want my wife to be working, but you find that the situation that they're living under is very, I would say, it's not comfortable, but yet the wife would settle for that. I, for one, I am not in a position where I could say I won't be working. My husband would be taking care of us as a family. One, I'm an independent person and I like to buy things for myself and I like to do things for myself without having to ask somebody else. Secondly, excuse me. Secondly, I like to live a comfortable life and I don't think he would be able to provide that for me if if I wasn't working. Also, I like to help financially as well, because I believe that a marriage is a partnership. Now imagine if I didn't have that mentality. I was like, oh, he's a provider and he's doing everything. What is the financial strain that I would put in on that man? I wouldn't want to do that on somebody, and I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. Imagine now if my husband didn't want to work, I'd be the only one carrying the whole family financially. How would that affect me emotionally? How would that affect me physically? So I believe in the empowerment of ladies. Even if you don't work, ladies, even if you think that the degree or the education is not important now, it might not be important now, but please empower yourself. Go to school, study, do a course. Sometimes you do a course and you find that that course, you don't want to work in that field, but it's helping you somewhere, somehow. Maybe you have a financial degree, you find that you won't work for somebody as an accountant, but you will have your own business where you do your own books, where you handle your finances, and you know how to handle your finances because you have that background knowledge, which is from the degree that you studied. We don't always study to go and work. We study to empower ourselves, to use the knowledge that we've gained from the university or the college that we went to. We use it to, we gain the knowledge and we use it on a daily basis. You make decisions with an open mind. Having an education opens up your mind to a wider horizon. And yes, it might not seem important when you feel like, okay, I have all the money in the world. I'm marrying this guy who's a billionaire or whatever, or a millionaire, and you find that you think that education is not important. It's very important. It's going to open your eyes to a lot of things. It's going to open your eyes to a lot of things, and you find that the, the decisions you are going to make are going to be a lot wiser because you have more knowledge, not because you're wise because you studied. You're wise because you gained knowledge through studying. And also, I would say read books. Reading books, I know it's a tedious process for other people. I used to read a lot, but I don't read as much as often as possible. Like I would read maybe one book in 3 months, and that's terrible. For me, that's terrible. I used to read. I remember I used to read, man. I used to read because I had time. I remember I used to take a bus. I would read an hour a day for 5 days in a week, an hour a day, like 30 minutes to and 30 minutes from. That would be my time for reading. And I used to have a library card. I wasn't buying books, I would borrow books from the library. So I'd make sure that within that time span that they're giving me to borrow the book, I would finish the book. I used to read, and reading opened my eyes to a lot of things. And I remember I was reading this book for doctors. I think it was a family of neurosurgeons. I can't remember the name because it was a very long time. I got to learn about medicine. I got to learn about how people live. I got to learn about how people's brain works. And I got to learn the medical terminology. Those are things that I learned about. And then I would read sometimes fiction, and I would read how the other people are living their lives, how people make it in life, how people have dealt with the experiences of life. So you open up yourself when you read. Empower yourself, ladies. I really want every woman to be empowered. Also, another thing which I find very important, I find that if you are empowered, if you have some form of independence, you don't bow down to bullshit. Sorry for my language. You don't bow down to nonsense. You are more confident because you know yourself and you know what you can and cannot tolerate. Also, I feel like when you are more empowered, it's not easy to abuse you, whether financially, physically, or any other way. I know there's people, there's women in high places, in high places they have powerful positions, but you find them being abused somewhere, somehow. But I kid you not, the majority of people that are being abused is people that depend on these people, people that feel like they have nowhere else to go. You find a woman that is saying, when you ask her, why don't you leave this abusive husband? The woman would say, if I leave, what will my children eat? You see, it's the matter of that person knows that you have nowhere else to go. If you walk out of here, you have no job, you have no one to support you financially. I am your financial support. So if you leave, you'd be better off here, because here at least your children, um, they have food on their table, and they have clothes on their backs. They make you believe that nothing is better than here. But if you know that actually I studied somewhere, somehow I studied and I have a degree that I've never used, you would have the power to understand that actually if I can go out there and find a job, I can be able to rent a place. If I find a job, I can be able to rent a place. I can be able to take care of my children. I might not be rich, but I can at least provide a home for my children, and I can provide safety for my children, and I can provide a conducive place where they can grow up. Because now you might think that you are helping your children by staying and in this place where there's food, there's comfort, and there's shelter. But emotionally, those children are not happy. Emotionally, those children are robbed because they get to witness the abuse that you're enduring, the abuse that their mother is always unhappy, and all the things. You think you are helping them, but emotionally, you're not helping them. So that's why I believe that even if you work as a cleaner or as a gardener or whatever, even if you get paid 100 rand a month, that's enough freedom, because you know, even if it's a small amount of money, it's something that I can make. You know, I can make breakfast, I can make lunch with this money, I can go out and do something for myself without having to ask somebody else, without having to beg. So I didn't want to make this video long. So I believe in women empowerment, and I get very happy when I see young girls trying out things, working hard for themselves, trying to be independent, because independence is the freedom. And you know, when you know that you can do things for yourself, you don't get impressed easily by basic things that you can provide for yourself. You know, you find people these days, they are, maybe young girls are lured by these men, these old men, by a simple, maybe a braai pack. I know it's something to somebody that's hungry, but if your mother or your father provides that at home, you won't even look at that braai pack from this um, old man on the street. So yes, man. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you've taken something from this video. I want us all ladies to be empowered. I don't want to hear a story where somebody is being held somewhere because they can't go outside, because if they go, what will the children eat? Or if they go, what will she do? There's always a way. There's always a way, and there's always something better for you. You can't stay in an abusive relationship and say, my children. No, you're not helping the children by staying. I know I'm speaking from a point of privilege because I've never been in an abusive relationship, but I think I know they would say that the victims would say that we don't know, we've never been there. I want to understand and I want to feel your pain, but I promise you, you're better off. And if you empower yourself, I promise you, try something. If you don't have that education and you feel like it's too late to go and study, please go volunteer somewhere or start a business, put a stand and have a small business, whatever you're selling. At least you'll be making money, your own money, to go and feed your family. Let's talk about corsets, guys. Corsets will make you look like you have a double D breast. Promise you guys, I do not have a double D. I'm only a 36B, but yeah, it's giving eBay on the table. Son. I love you lots, and I'll see you in the next one.